quarterback. The quarterback is usually the most recognizable position on the field. He stands behind the center at the start of the play and receives the ball directly after the snap. From there, he decides whether to throw, hand the ball to a runner, or occasionally run himself. The position developed as football became more focused on passing and strategy, and today the quarterback often acts as the leader of the entire offense. A great quarterback can change the outcome of a game through decision-making, accuracy, and timing. Running back. The running back is the primary ball carrier of the offense. After receiving a handoff from the quarterback, his job is to find openings in the defense and gain yards on the ground. Running backs have existed since the earliest days of football when rushing was the main way teams moved the ball. What separates them from other players is their combination of speed, vision, and balance. Even in a pass-heavy era, a strong running game remains an important part of controlling the pace of a match. Fullback. The fullback is a larger and more physical type of running back. Historically, the position was once a primary ball carrier, but its role gradually shifted toward blocking and protecting teammates. Today, fullbacks are less common than they once were, yet many teams still use them in short yardage situations. Their value comes from strength and toughness rather than speed, helping create space for runners and protecting the quarterback. Wide receiver? The wide receiver lines up near the edges of the offensive formation and specializes in catching passes. As football evolved into a more aerial sport, receivers became some of the most exciting players on the field. Their success depends on speed, agility, and the ability to create separation from defenders. A receiver's route running skills can turn a simple play into a game-changing touchdown. Tight end. The tight end is one of the most versatile positions in football. Positioned beside the offensive line, he can block like a lineman or catch passes like a receiver. The role emerged as teams looked for players who could contribute in multiple ways without changing personnel. Because of this flexibility, tight ends often become key pieces in both the running and passing game. Center. The center is the player who begins every offensive play by snapping the ball to the quarterback. Positioned in the middle of the offensive line, he is responsible for recognizing defensive formations and communicating adjustments to teammates. The center's role requires intelligence as well as strength. Although fans may not notice the position often, every successful offensive play starts with a clean snap. Offensive guard. The offensive guard lines up on either side of the center. Guards specialize in blocking defensive players and opening running lanes. Throughout football history, powerful guards have been essential for strong rushing attacks. Their work happens mostly away from the spotlight, yet their ability to control the line of scrimmage directly affects the success of the offense. Offensive tackle. The offensive tackle stands at the outer ends of the offensive line. Tackles are often among the largest athletes on the team because they must protect the quarterback from fast and powerful pass rushers. As passing became more important in football, the tackle position gained even greater value. A reliable tackle can give the quarterback the extra seconds needed to complete a successful play. Defensive tackle. The defensive tackle lines up near the center of the defensive formation. His primary job is to stop running plays and disrupt the offense before plays can develop. These players rely on strength, leverage, and quick reactions. By controlling the middle of the field, defensive tackles make life much harder for opposing offenses. Defensive end. The defensive end lines up on the outside of the defensive line. Unlike defensive tackles, ends are often asked to chase quarterbacks and pressure passing plays. Their combination of size and speed makes them some of the most dangerous defenders on the field. A successful defensive end can completely alter an opponent's game plan. Linebacker. The linebacker plays behind the defensive line and acts as a bridge between the line and the secondary. This position emerged as football strategies became more complex and defenses needed players who could both stop runs and defend passes. Linebackers must read plays quickly and react to many different situations. Because of their versatility, they are often considered the leaders of the defense. Cornerback. The cornerback primarily defends wide receivers. Positioned near the edges of the field, he must prevent catches and challenge passes. As passing offenses expanded over the decades, cornerbacks became increasingly important. Their speed and ability to anticipate routes can determine whether a pass becomes a completion or a turnover. Safety. The safety plays deeper than most defenders and serves as the last line of defense. There are usually two safeties on the field, each helping defend against long passes while also supporting against running plays. The position developed to provide extra protection against increasingly sophisticated offenses. Safeties need awareness, athleticism, and strong tackling skills because they are often responsible for preventing the biggest plays. Kicker. The kicker specializes in field goals, extra points, and kickoffs. Unlike most positions, kickers focus on a very specific skill rather than participating in every play. Over time, kicking accuracy has improved dramatically, making the position more important than ever. Many games are decided by a single kick, giving kickers enormous responsibility despite their limited time on the field. Punter. The punter enters the game when the offense decides to give possession to the other team by kicking the ball away. His goal is to send the ball as far as possible while forcing the opponent to start from a poor field position. Field position has always been a critical part of football strategy, which makes punters more valuable than many casual fans realize. A great punt can completely change the momentum of a game. Long snapper. The long snapper is a specialist responsible for delivering accurate snaps during punts and field goal attempts. The role may seem simple, but it requires remarkable precision under pressure. One bad snap can ruin an entire play and potentially decide a game. Because mistakes are so costly, teams place great importance on finding reliable long snappers. Which position would you choose? Follow for more simple explanation.